I have always stood by the mantra that one had to live a life that mattered. A very close friend of mine had a private plane, and he took me up the first time, and after being half scared to death, I knew intuitively that I wanted to fly and I wanted to be a pilot. I went to college and majored specifically in accounting, and what it taught me was that I never wanted to be an accountant. So I joined the Air Force ROTC and was involved there for virtually all 5 years of my college career. I knew my eyesight was not quite 20/20 in both eyes, and I did a little homework. And to this day, I know that when the chart is on the wall, the 20/20 line is DEF-POTEC. I did it forwards and backwards. They acknowledged that I was 20/20 vision. I moved directly to pilot training. I was flying for the Strategic Air Command. I was flying a B-47, a six-jet engine bomber. There was something in my inner self that said, I'm a pilot. There are tens of thousands of young men who want to do this job, but they can't, and I can. My father started a company when he was about 55 years old and allowed my brother and me to move as best we could into new areas of interest for not only transportation but convention decorating. We were a good regional carrier, but we were under the auspices of the Interstate Commerce Commission, where only certain carriers could only go certain ways and certain distances. The Carter administration deregulated the trucking industry, and as such, everybody could go every place. We were in an environment where we could not compete at all with the network carriers. We were losing a great deal of money, and to accentuate the negative, Dad was dying of cancer. I will never forget his look to me when I said, Dad, we have to sell this company. And he looked up at me and said, whatever it takes, go ahead, son. One of the very few things we were continuing to do on a local trucking level after we had sold our line haul activity was working for the railroads. And at the time we were loading trailers onto and off of railroad flat cars. One thing led to another, and now we have 39 facilities in the United States and Canada, and of the 13 million units that are intermodal, we handle about 7.5 million of them. We established the foundation in honor of our father, and we wanted that name to survive. And it was also clear that many of the arts organizations were struggling, not artistically, but struggling financially, and we wanted to be of some help.
If you close your eyes and think of what the arts would be in this community without the support of Otto Budig, you would realize this place would not be the same.
I asked Ed to give me a list of all of the expenses that were less than $10,000, and I would take care of them. And that intensity with Ed increased because from the very first season where he was the CEO, the Playhouse began to make money, and we have not stopped since.
He wants to understand the operation better. He wants to understand how to help. And helping is not just signing a check. Helping is understanding where those monies should go to, how it should help an organization. It's that care that differentiates Otto from so many other people.
Time and time again, people have asked me why we just don't tear down Music Hall and replace it with a kind of a Disney-esque, modern 22nd century building. The answer is always the same. We're Cincinnati. We don't do that. We know our history. Our objective is to preserve the past for the future.
Otto is known for his philanthropy, and he should be. But much more significant to the zoo and other organizations he's involved with is his leadership. He is not a person who says, oh, I'm sure I'll be involved with that or I'll chair that. No, he literally drives it to be a much better organization. And I've seen that with the ballet. I've seen that with the parks, and I've seen it for sure at the Cincinnati Zoo.
The foundation was trying as best it could to support the cash flow of the zoo, and we were in a world of hurt. I remember very distinctly asking for an all-employee meeting. I told them about the difficult times that the zoo was embraced in. I had reviewed the information, and I said, here's what we're going to do. And since that time, the Cincinnati Zoo has made a minimum of $500,000 a year in excess revenue.
Let me tell you, clarity and focus, those are Otto's great strengths. You don't leave a meeting with Otto and wonder, I'm not sure what it is we need to be doing. You leave saying, we better go get this done.
My wife, who has been a remarkable homemaker for well over 50 years, she's always provided an opportunity for me to do those things I felt was important, while she made a remarkable home life for our 3 children. As to the children, I think not only am I proud of their intellect, I'm proud of their intense work ethic. All 3 of them are involved in various capacities in the company, and I never have to worry about whether they're going to do their job. I think what influenced me was the strong family life. My mother, who had a graduate degree at the University of Cincinnati and was a pianist, influenced me, at least peripherally, in the arts, and I think my work ethic came from my father. He was constantly working and achieving, and it was a feeling that I wanted to be like that. I think if I walked to his desk today, he'd look up and say, well done.